Hello, SquirrelTribe 2.0. How is everybody doing today, my dudes? It is Thursday. I want to point something out to you. This is my handy dandy microwave. You see it. You can't miss it, right? I hate how the microwave beeps. It annoys the crap out of me. And I don't know why, but I don't like it. I don't like the sound that it makes, it makes all the noise when you're trying to warm something up and whatever else. It's just like this weird thing. So I found out that you can actually mute your microwave. Mine actually just has a button that says push here for 3 seconds to mute it, which it's the 0. This is the mute button. Hold on, I'll show you. Maybe I'll show you. Does it unmute it? Maybe it doesn't unmute it. I don't know how to unmute it now. But anyway, so I muted this thing. Now when I put something in, I'll just show you. Pretend like I put something in. I'm gonna hit add 30 seconds. It doesn't make a noise, but it's doing this. I'm gonna let this run for 30 seconds. Okay. And then when this goes 30 seconds and you don't realize how much time has gone by, you'll understand why muting this thing was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done, because I've had to re-warm up coffee and food numerous times because without hearing the beep, my little squirrel brain will forget that I have put something in that microwave. I will walk away and then go do something totally different and never come back. I left a bowl of soup in there overnight because I forgot I warmed it up for a couple more bites. It's done. You only know it's done because the light's gone. But it didn't beep. And I've decided that's psychotic. I don't like that. The sound needs to be there or else it just feels wrong. And now I'm like, why did you even put a mute option on there? Like, why would you do that? Like, now I understand maybe if you had babies or like a sleeping husband, you were trying not to wake up while you warmed up like chocolate cake in the microwave or something. Not me, somebody, but not me. I can understand wanting to mute it. But on a general day-to-day regular life basis, only psychos mute their microwaves. And I just want to point that out to you because it's the worst decision I've ever made in life. I've probably made some pretty stupid decisions in life, but we're going to put it up there in the top 10. How about that, my dudes? Hey, listen, I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. We did a live stream yesterday, which I know this is totally off topic for anybody watching this video at this point, but we did a live stream on Wednesday, September the 6th. Was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed that. So thank you guys who were here for that. Let me take a sip of this hot coffee. It's not that hot. It had gotten cold enough that 30 seconds didn't really do much to it. Anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple different things. You see, I have this like arrangement of random just crap on my counter. I went to Whole Foods this morning because I was cooking the breakfast for the man and myself. And I was like, let me go to Whole Foods and go ahead and get some stuff for the rest of this week so I don't have to go back again. I generally like to buy organic rice. It's just a thing. I don't know why, but I think organic rice tastes better than regular rice, okay? Whether it's jasmine rice or brown rice. And I used to get it at Costco when I lived in Georgia and had a Costco near me, as opposed to where I live now, and Costco's 2.5 hours away. The last time I was in Georgia and went to Costco, they didn't have any organic rice. And I was like, that's gonna be a problem. I tried to order it online, no organic rice. And I'm like, still gonna be a problem. I went to Publix and they wanted way too much money for some organic rice. And I was like, y'all need to look in the mirror and understand that you're doing too much. So I didn't get rice at Publix. Instead, I went to Whole Foods and I picked up some of their brand, their 365 organic Thai jasmine white rice, $4.49 for this 32-ounce bag of organic rice. Whereas if you go to anywhere else under the sun and just get plain rice, it's like $1.99, maybe $2 or something like that. So I know this is almost twice the cost, but I feel better when I eat this. And I don't know how to explain it unless you are somebody who also eats organic foods when you can. Your body feels better. I feel like I don't have those chemical fertilizers or the whatever else in there. It could be all mental, whatever. But I learned something new today. I learned that reading is fundamental because what the hell is short grain brown rice? I don't know what I bought. I just saw organic brown rice and I picked it up. And then I got home and I was like, who cut the rice in half? Look at these little bitty things. I did not know that brown rice short grain was a thing. I'm probably gonna make this one tonight because I'm curious. It looks like it should taste like what's that stuff? Not basmati rice, which is also good. Like couscous? Couscous? It's such a dumb word, but I like saying it, couscous. It looks like it should be like that because it's like round or short, and it looks like that when it's is rice, it's gonna be puffy and it's gonna look like couscous. Where's couscous? The smaller one. Maybe I'm thinking of, what's that other thing? Please hold. We're just gonna look underneath my cabinet here because I don't remember what it's called. I I have, like, this is such a just cluster of stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. I need a bigger cabinet, and I don't know where this thing is. This is what I'm thinking of. No, orzo. Couscous, orzo, same diff. This is what I'm thinking of. It reminds me of this. I wonder if it's gonna like look the same when it's done. Probably not. Definitely not gonna taste the same. One's pasta, one's rice. But that was just the thing. Reading is fundamental. The brown rice, $4.29 for organic brown rice. This is actually a very good thing though, and let me explain why. The man and I, since moving to Florida, and I've mentioned this to you numerous times if you've been here before, Squirrel Tribe 2.0 peeps. If you're new to the channel, strap in. So I've mentioned numerous times before that we got here, and during the pandemic, however you want to phrase that thing, we both gained a couple of pounds because we weren't going to the gym anymore, not by our choice, but because they shut that shit down. We weren't going to the gym anymore. And when they opened it back up, they're like, you have to wear a mask to go to the gym. And I was like, listen, I already can't breathe when I try to do cardio and I lift these heavy weights. You want me to put like that's not going to work for me. So no mask, couldn't go to the gym, whatever else. And then we didn't really change our eating habits. We actually made them worse. So we both put on a little bit of weight. Then we moved to the beach. And there's a lot of really good restaurants at the beach and a lot of really good fun drinks at the beach. And we put on some weight. And when I say some weight, I went from about $160 to literally, I got up to 194. I'm at 186 right now. And I realized that we got to do better. So I told the man, his name is Kevin, he's my husband, I call him the man. I told him, this is the problem. It's not that we're eating bad, we're just eating a lot. And we got into that habit when we worked out, like regularly, religiously, if you will. We ate a lot of white rice and a lot of chicken and broccoli and things like that. And we'd have our cheat meals at Chick-fil-A, or we'd go get pizza, we'd go get a burger or whatever else. And I would still drink sodas and, you know, sweet tea and whatnot. And so our portion sizes have not changed, but literally everything else has. And now that everything is so flippin' expensive, I told the man, I said, this is actually good because this bag of rice, well, let's go to the white rice. This bag of rice should yield like 4 cups of stuff in here, whatever. This would feed us normally maybe 3 days for both of us because large portions. And I'm like, what we're gonna do now, because inflation is a biatch and the price of these has gone up and I don't want to buy them every 2 days. And we both need to trim these waistlines a little bit, boo-boo. What we're going to do is we're going to start measuring our food out again. We're going to use that handy dandy cup and we're going to get a cup of rice. We're going to get 4 ounces of chicken and then we're going to get a cup of broccoli. We're going to portion control on top of macros and stuff. But this is gonna help me portion control because I don't wanna spend almost $5 every 3 days on rice because you still have to buy your proteins, you still have to buy your vegetables and whatnot. And I'm not willing to do it because shit's expensive these days. So inflation is gonna help us lose weight. That's the plan. Now, what I wanted to mention to you guys is the kid and I went to, no, come here. Look, I'm trying to show you guys everything, but then I realized that it's in like a really stupid spot and I can't really show it to you. So I got to bring everything over here. The kid and I have been drinking a lot more water. The kid is my daughter, by the way. She just turned 14. I'm so proud of her. I love her. We like to drink water. And I like flavored stuff. And I'm like, well, here's the problem. I don't need to be drinking Dr. Peppers and I don't need to be drinking orange juice all the time. And I don't need to be drinking, you know, making my smoothies all the time because it is a lot of sugar and whatnots. But I'd like a little bit of flavor every once in a while. Hold on. I don't know what time it is. There we go. So we went somewhere. And one of her friends was there and they had one of like these kind of squeezy things that you squeeze into water, right? I think it was a Mio. So we went to Publix one day and we started looking and I was like, okay, so what we'll do is we'll get some of these things and we'll try them out, right? We picked up like 5 different ones. So I've got some Kool-Aid liquid. I've got the Mio Mango Punch, a Mio Cherry Black Cherry, this Stir Blue and Blackberry, and then Crystal Light. Now, here's the thing. I start looking at the back of all these and you're supposed to do like a little squeeze in a bottle of water and go from there, right? So I start looking at all these and I accidentally picked up one that has caffeine in it. Don't know if that's the best idea. I'm pretty generally highly caffeinated to begin with, but this is a Crystal Light Tropical Paradise Punch caffeine. I actually took a picture, which is on my phone and not helpful right now while we're talking, of a different crystal light that they had that I wanted to try, which was a peach tea. I wanted to get the peach tea one, but I noticed when I picked it up, it had like a little baby asterisk on the side and like this word next to it. It started with a PH, phenylenimatics. I don't know how you say it. And I looked it up and it basically was something that sounded absolutely awful. So we put that one back and decided to pick up different ones. Now these things, they aren't, in my opinion, probably not the absolute best thing for you, but it's going to beat having a soda or something else. And I know it's easy for people to say, well, just drink water. And I hear you. And I agree with you until I don't, because I have the willpower of whatever has really low willpower. And I will end up grabbing a Dr. Pepper in a grocery store walkout or something. So I got these things instead. Now this one, Mio, it'll tell you it has 0% juice in it. I don't know if you guys have ever had these, but you're supposed to just squeeze one little drop, right? The kid picked out this cherry, black cherry. Ingredients: water, malic acid, citric acid, contains less than 2% of natural flavor, sucralose, and how do you say this? Asulfamate? Oh, y'all, I don't know how to do this. Why can my brain not figure out how to say these words? ACESULFAME. Asulfame. Asulfame? That's not how you say it, but whatever. Potassium, which is a sweetener, potassium citrate, and potassium sorbate as a preservative. So, don't love everything that's in it, but it's still less things that are in a Dr. Pepper or in a Gatorade or in any of these other things, right? So then we pick up the Crystal Light and I go to the back of this one and I'm like, heck, there's a lot here too. Water, citric acid, malic acid, contains less than 2% of caffeine. You've got taurine, I can't say it, guarana. My mouth doesn't know how to do that. No, this is not family-friendly comment there. Jeez. My brain goes bat poop extract. I mean, I know that's not what it is, but that's what my brain says. Ginseng extract, niacinamide, which is some vitamin B3, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, natural flavor, sucralose, and that asulfame, whatever, potassium thing again. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. A lot of stuff in here, right? Same thing for this Mio. Then I look at the Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, the guy who jumps through the wall and whatever. I used to love Kool-Aid, right? This one, water, malic acid, citric acid, sucralose, contains less than 2% of gum arabic, natural flavor, that sulfame thing, glycerol esters of wood rosin. And I'm like, is that like tree sap? Like there's tree sap in here? And then sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate. None of these have been opened. And I have decided they're not going to be open. These things are going back to the store. After sitting here and reading all of them, I'm like, nah, it's going to go back to the store. Now, the one out of 5 that I'm probably going to keep and try is going to be this one. This is called Stir. One, I like the shape of the bottle because it's a little wonky, and so am I. But here, 0 sugar, 2% juice, love water naturally is what it says. Over 1 million happy customers. But this says it has fruit and flavor blend, natural flavor, white grape juice, blackberry juice, blueberry juice, purified water, which is good, vegetable juice for color, citric acid, absorbic acid, which is vitamin D, malic acid, natural stevia leaf extract, and that's it. And then it says adds a negligible amount of sugar from the concentrate. So this right here has 1 gram of carbs because of the added sugar from the concentrate. This is the only one that sounds like it's not just made up of straight up chemicals. Are there some in there? Malic acid, sure. But citric acid, absorbic acid, which is vitamin C, so not really. But this one sounds good. So I'm actually going to try this one in a bottle of water and see what it tastes like. But the whole reason I actually wanted these was for this. I don't know if you guys have heard of Lotus Energy. So when we were on our cross-country trip over the summer, we were in Kalispell, Montana. And there's a place there called, I'm trying to open the box. There's a place there called Cowgirl Coffee. And it's just a drive-through place. They have you can't go inside. It's just a full drive-through kind of thing, which I thought was kind of neat. Keeps the girls that work there safer. There's nobody in the store with them, right? It's a safer location in theory. And it costs less to run and maintain. So in theory, your drink should cost less. They shouldn't you know, bang you over the head for $7 like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts do. But they had this thing on the menu called Lotus Energy. And I'm allergic to coconut oil, coconut like palm, what is the palm sugar that comes from coconuts, all these different things. We don't get along. A little bit of anaphylaxis may kick in, like hard to breathe, and it just gets, it's not pretty, right? So I was worried about trying Lotus. And I DM'd the people from Cowgirl Coffee trying to ask questions. Hey, what's in Lotus? Can you tell me what's what? And they never replied to me. So I was like, I'm just not gonna do it. Then we get here, and there's this new place that has opened up called Causeway Coffee that is in Miramar Beach here in Florida. And we went in there one day. It turned out we went in there like the day after they opened, their second day open, and they had Lotus energy drinks on the menu, which is this right here. And I asked the girl who worked there, her name is Brittany. If anybody's ever in the area, she is absolutely friggin' adorable and lovely. I asked her, I said, is there anything coconut based in these things? And she checked. She looked. She explained to me how they make them, like the different things they put in. And they have one called Emerald Coast something, because we live on the Emerald Coast, and it has coconut, like a coconut flavor added to it. There's probably not any real coconut in it, but to be on the safe side, she took it out of the mixture for me, and she made my husband and I one of these. It is this. She put in a blueberry flavoring. You know those, I don't know who the brand is, but like every single coffee place and drink place has, and they pump like 2 little things of vanilla or cherry or whatever into a drink to give it the flavor. They had those. And so she put Lotus, like 2 pumps of Lotus, which is like 2 ounces, I guess, and some blueberry flavor and some, what's the right word? Look, I bought it so I wouldn't forget the word, and I still forgot the word. Oh, club soda. And club soda together and made us this drink. Sorry, I've walked away as I try to get this from my refrigerator. And club soda together and made us this drink, and it was so, so tasty. Now, Lotus being plant-based, it also is caffeine. That's the whole point of it. It's like an energy drink without being Red Bull or like a Monster or basically crack in a can. This has less caffeine than coffee. I have a tendency to drink too much coffee. I'm trying to move away from that. So I ordered this online. Not cheap, side note. This thing was like, does it say how much this thing was? No. I think this thing was like $30 something, under $40. And it comes with a pump, so you can make it. But this, I mean, you're doing 2 pumps of this per drink, and that's a whole lot in here. This thing should last until my kid graduates high school, basically. So I ordered this, and that's why I bought this, because I was like, I can put this in there with this, and in theory, make something that tastes kind of sort of the same as what I got at Causeway Coffee on days where I can't get over there or I don't want to spend any money, right? So that's the plan, is to try this out. We'll do that in another video since I just warmed up coffee, but I'm really excited about this because this stuff tastes so, so good. If you guys have seen it, heard of it, wanted to try it, thought about it, go do it. Whoever sells it near you, Starbucks doesn't have it, Dunkin' Donuts doesn't have it. It's normally like smaller brand coffee shops or even health food stores. They have it too. And some smoothie places will carry it. I definitely say try it if you want a little bit of caffeine, but really good flavor, and it's not coffee or, like I said, those canned drinks. It is worth trying. It is very tasty, and it's a decent amount of caffeine that doesn't make you feel like, like that. So that's that. Now, the whole reason we did this today was because I wanted to tell you about these things. I like to tell you guys the things that I get, but I wanted to talk to you about, ladies, fellas, you could do this too. Just because it's called Girl Bomb doesn't mean that the guys can't use it in fun little regions. Now, you guys may have seen the video I made like a long time ago talking about not being able to find anybody to do a Brazilian wax here in Florida, which is really weird because you would think everybody in Florida would do Brazilian waxes. Once as a female, you get comfortable with somebody being literally all up in your crotch with hot wax while you hold your knees apart. It's hard to get that level of comfort with some new person. And I have not been able to do that here. So anytime we've gone back to Georgia, I try to get back in with the same girl who I'm comfortable with. So I'm like, hey, it's me again. If you could just, you want me to 2 hands and spread it, like that's kind of how it goes. I try to see her, but that's not always possible. So I've tried to do waxing here. I've tried like the strips, the Veet strips. I've tried Veet itself. I think that's the name of it. The lotion you put on smells like rotten eggs, smells like Yellowstone basically with the Old Faithful. Like that stuff stinks to high heaven. And then you like scrape off the hair. That's a lot of fun. I've tried sugar wax. Somebody said get a sugar wax. So I did that and I tried that. I have tried microwaving certain waxes, burned myself because I was dumbass and didn't pay attention. I've tried all these different things. And the problem is with me trying to wax areas of myself, numerous problems. Number one, I can't see everything. And I know people will be like, ma'am, just get a mirror. Awkward. I don't know how to do that. It doesn't work. Also, it's very difficult for me, knowing the level of pain involved, to pull the wax as hard as you're supposed to pull it in order to get all the hair. I go in there mentally like, okay, we got it. Just hold here and then just yank. And then I go, and I go really slow, which hurts way worse than if I would just yank it off and then nothing comes out. And then I'm just in pain for no apparent reason and pissed off at myself. So what I did a couple months ago is I bought the Braun. It's a, what does you call this thing? Epilator, but it was also like a wet or dry shave thing at the same time. It's like $100, y'all. I bought it and I couldn't figure out how to use it comfortably. And it felt bulky, like in my hand. And I was like, I don't know how you're going to get this in like other places. I don't know how this is going to work. And do I really want to put this in other places? I don't know. So I was at Target a couple days ago and I saw this thing and it caught my attention because of this right here. And I was like, the hell is this? Like, I thought maybe it was one of those red light things. And I was like, no, that looks like little sharp needle teeth waiting to just eat all your skin off, right? So I go look at it. And this little thing here is actually it's like ice. It freezes. You're supposed to take this off about 40 minutes before you want to rip all the hair out of parts of your body. Put it in the freezer, let it freeze, attach it back. And you're supposed to, as this chick is doing, roll it up. So what's supposed to happen is the cold is supposed to kind of cool, calm, numb the area right before this epilator gets there. And for those of you who can't really tell what this is 40 ultra precise tweezers. 40 tweezers all at once, just tweezing little hairs out of your body. And again, people are going to be like, that sounds way more painful than waxing. And yes, it does. But it also sounds like something I can do and not, be stuck with wax residue all over me because I didn't pull hard enough or got it into some part where I can't get it out or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. So this seems like a better deal. So this was $59 at Target and I'm going to try it out. They got me with the picture of the cactus. I mean, honestly, because that's what my legs start to feel like after a couple days of shaving or not shaving. So I have planned, today is Thursday. I shaved my legs yesterday. I'm going to hold out. And Monday, before the Mimosa Monday live stream, I'm probably going to start the champagne early. So there's just a hint of tipsy before I try this. And I'm going to attempt this. And I'm going to show you a leg, lower leg, not upper leg, no lady parts, a lower calf, if you will, or shin. We'll go shin, where I have used this versus where I have not, so you can see the difference. And then I will give you my review on this because I'm really finger crossing, hoping that this works as well as the reviews say it does, as well as I want it to, because shaving all the time sucks. You get razor bumps, especially in certain places, ladies. And when you live at the beach, you don't want razor bumps. It's very unsightly trying to put on a bathing suit and walk around with razor bumps, ingrown hairs, any of that kind of stuff. I also don't want to have to shave every friggin' day and then try to go get into the ocean because heaven forbid I nick myself. Salt water hurts like a mofo, but also all this flesh-eating bacteria out there. I don't want any kind of cuts anywhere on me. So we're going to tweeze these babies 40 at a time and see how it works. That's the plan, at least. I'm going to see if the kid will let me try this on her ankle too. She let me wax her ankle one time. I wanted her to see what it felt like because she doesn't want to shave. She just turned 14. She doesn't really need to shave at her age, but I can understand she wants to. So her legs, nothing else. I understand she wants to so she fits in with the other girls and whatever else. But I also don't want her cutting herself because the mom and me, I don't want her hurt. So I wonder if she'll try this too. We'll see. But anyway, I want to tell this to you guys, mention it to you. I do have to leave now to go get my kid from school. I just realized how late it is. I love you all immensely. I know it's the most random video in the history of videos, but that's what happens on SquirrelTribe 2.0. So I'll see you guys on the next one. I love you all. Have a good Thursday. Bye-bye.